valuation of a corporate house or maybe a conglomerate on the basis of their physical assets. Physical assets. So maybe like creating that level of physical assets, or maybe that level of their infrastructure, their other physical assets. So their entire valuation system was completely dependent on that. So that is a slow process. So maybe like the kind of the market capitalization which the Reliance has got somewhere around 200 say $1 billion. So that may took more than 70 years to reach to that level. Maybe like when we talk about the different verticals of the Tata Group, then you will again realize okay, may they have more than 100 years old history, or maybe if you talk about the Birlas or maybe the Mahindras or maybe the Godrej, so they have in fact you can say their own time that they took to reach to this level of their market capitalization or the valuation. But in last couple of years, especially say after 2010, the entire system of valuation has changed. So rather than maybe like going for that kind of journey where a firm create maybe like their physical assets and they create that kind of equity and other things, now with the help of these startups, we are able to create this similar kind of wealth much more faster than the traditional business houses, the corporate houses that they have been able to create so far. You see this particular slide. I just wanted to show maybe like the average time which a particular startup took to become or to attain the status of a unicorn is maybe like that average is 7 years. But there are certain examples like the Ola Electric, maybe the Udan that I would like to discuss in much more detail after this 2 slides, or maybe the Paytm Mall, the value that they have created, maybe the Phone Pay, or maybe in lower way, maybe the Oyo, the Flipkart, or maybe the delivery. All these are, you can say, like within less than 10 years, or maybe in 2 years, 4 years, 5 years, they have attained the status of a unicorn. So I hope all of you are aware of what a unicorn is. Yes, please respond very fast. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are very much audible, sir.
Okay, okay. So maybe like in a span of 1 year, in a span of 3 years, in a span of 4 years, they got the status of a unicorn. So this is what is in fact something that we see. This is how in fact maybe like if you are able to get some creative idea, if we convert that idea into a business proposition and we support it with all kind of necessary support, so you can see the value creation process is much faster than what we have observed in traditional business setup. So this is what is in fact you can see. The value, let us take some more example, the value which has been created by the organizations like the Paytm. The Paytm is the DTU alumni actually. The Vijay Shekhar Sharma is from DTU. So within a span of say maybe within a span of 10 years or within a span of 8 years, he has been able to create 16 billion valuation. This is much more faster than a large number of traditional business houses, industrial houses. You can see that the Byju's, it is not very old actually. It's not very old, but maybe due to the advantage which has been created or opportunity which has been created by this pandemic, so they are able to create that kind of valuation. They have achieved that valuation. The Oyo rooms, which is again into that aggregation business, Snapdeal, Ola Cabs, Zomato, Udan. So Udan is one of very finest example. Very finest example. Okay, how in a span of maybe like less than 2 years, a company is able to create that kind of valuation. So something like just for the encouragement of the young students, just to motivate them, just to ignite a passion among them, like come out with the innovative ideas, come out with some creative ideas, try to convert these ideas, try to work on these ideas, identify the gaps that exist between what is available and how can we in fact fulfill that gap between the expectations and something which is available. How can we add more value by using the technology or by using other systems? And maybe like enormous opportunities lies here, enormous opportunities. This one, Udan, as I told you, maybe like you can see, this is a kind of
Can we just
yes.
full screen the presentation
Uh, F-
from slideshow? We can do, sir. I am receiving request actually from a yes, yes.
okay. See, as you can see, this Udan. Udaan is an e-commerce platform. Mainly, it bring together the retailers, the wholesalers, the manufacturers, and the others who would like to sell their goods and services to a large number of industrial buyers. So they in fact offer direct competition to India Mart, which is maybe like which you got the early mover advantage. But by bringing some change into their system, adding some more value, using the effective, maybe making effective use of technology, and providing some more value to the customer uh, within a span of maybe say somewhere around 1 year and 1.5 year, they have been able to achieve a valuation of $1 billion. $1 billion started in 2017, and in September 2018, as you can see on the slide, they attained that status. This is what is in fact one of the fastest the unicorn which any Indian company got. So we can unlock the value really, which we have a lot of opportunities for adding some you can say some value to the customer, some value to the existing system, maybe by using the technology, or maybe by integrating technology into the system that offer more cost effective solution and more economic solution to the customer. So lot of opportunities are there, but how can we do that? For a strong bottom line, there needs to be a healthy top line. And the difference between the top line and bottom line is, top line refers to our revenue from operations, our revenue from sales, and the healthy bottom line refers to, or a strong bottom line refers to maybe the profit, the loss, the market, maybe market share, the, the the share price, or maybe all these things. So any organization which where we observe a strong bottom line, it depends on healthy top line. So to make our top line more healthy, to make our top line something which is very exciting, what we need to do, we need to focus a lot on connecting to the customer. And how can we connect to the customer? We can connect to the customer by making use of marketing. So therefore, a better understanding of marketing is essential. Maybe like the general perception about marketing is not necessary if we have a very strong product. So maybe like it can make its own market, but that process may be very gradual and very slow process. So therefore, whether it's a new business or it's an old business, whether it is maybe like in services or in physical product, or maybe the national or international brand, local brand, any kind of brand, we need to support these brands by using marketing. So marketing is in fact something which is very important. So maybe like any session on finance, they will try to convince the participant about the role that finance play in the overall ecosystem, or maybe like the production people, they may tell their own story, how their department is much more important. But see yourself, marketing, which you can clearly identify two categories of organizations, not necessarily into the startup areas, but in other areas. So those where marketing is at the forefront, their product may not be necessarily different from the existing or maybe others one, but the kind of brand recall, the kind of market share that they have been able to create through very effective use of marketing is something which creates a difference for these kind of organizations. On the other hand, there are equal number of organizations where the focus is on factor other than marketing. So maybe like their growth may be very gradual, their market share may not be very significant from others, but yes, we do have these kind of organizations. So maybe you see any example, but some kind of marketing is essential. And marketing is in that way is now in fact something that every maybe like the budding entrepreneur, or those who are looking for some startup kind of activities, they need to understand the basics of marketing like this. So my objective in remaining part of this presentation is take you through the basics of marketing, where I will try to explain you maybe the entire process of marketing, how do we in fact market different products and services, and maybe by giving some examples, we try to understand that. Any question that you would like to ask so far? Yes. Any question?
Anyone can unmute the self or type in the chat box.
Sir, request you to be a little more louder, please.
Little more louder. I'm using my headphone. So okay.
Thank you, sir. No, sometimes your voice goes off.
Maybe that is due to the
Maybe something
connectivity
to do with the
issues.
instrument.
Yeah,
No.
Maybe at my end. No, sir. Maybe it could be a problem at my end. Sorry.
Okay.
it
Okay.
can be network
Okay. Okay.
problem.
Just a minute. Just a minute. Let me make some more arrangement. Just a minute. Now it is full. At full, you can say 100%. Okay. What is marketing? The general perception is marketing is something which is selling a product. Marketing is something like where we promote our product by using some kind of celebrity. And we ask these questions to our postgraduate or maybe the undergraduate students, the simple answer that we get is like it is something which is related with promoting a product. But marketing is much more beyond that. Marketing is not simply making a product available to the customer or promoting a product or maybe like using 1+1, 2+1, 30% discount, 40% discount or big billion day or kind of these things. No, marketing is in fact a much more comprehensive concept. And that's why we need to understand what is the basic nature of marketing. And maybe it is the only function, it is the only department in any organization of any size which is directly linked with the customer. It creates that kind of linkages. And how do we create that linkages? Through our product and services. And who in fact offer that product and services? It is the marketing department. So in that way, marketing is something very important function in the organization. Nowadays, maybe it is at the heart of marketing, because if we are effective marketeers, if we have a better understanding of marketing, so as I told you, market is full of brands, market is full of you can say the products. But why do you recall only maybe only 3-4 brand whenever you are looking for that product category? So like if we simply ask you which is the best brand of soap, the general answer is Dettol. When we simply ask you which is the best brand of maybe like the mobile phone, the simple answer is Apple. When we ask what is the simple maybe best brand of the laptop, the answer may be the Apple or maybe the Dell. So why do we remember only 3-4 the top of the mind brand? So that is just because of the marketing of that particular organization, their ability to create that kind of maybe like the mind share to the customer. So maybe like any startup activity, maybe whether it is into the product marketing or is it into the services, if we support that idea, if we execute that idea with the full support of marketing, so you can see the kind of valuation which has been created by the Paytm, the kind of valuation which has been created by maybe like the Udaan or any other example of your choice, you can see we can create that kind of difference. So therefore, the role of marketing is something which is very important in your future nowadays. Now the $1 billion question is, how do we define marketing? What is actual marketing? What is the meaning of marketing? So when you look into the books, so they define marketing in their own way. Marketing is science, marketing is art, marketing is the process of creating, the executing the concept of pricing, promotion, distribution, and like that. But my way to define marketing is in fact something different from this traditional way of defining marketing. Maybe like those who have some kind of maybe like the experience into marketing, they can see that difference. For me, marketing is a simple process where we create mind share, we create wallet share, and we create the market share. Because the capacity to remember, or maybe the capacity of your mind to remember different stimuli, marketing stimuli, different brands that we see in the marketplace, different advertisements that we see in the marketplace is limited. So therefore, all the brands, irrespective of their categories, they fight with each other. They fight with each other to create that kind of market share. And that's why the brands who are able to create that mind share, they will be able to create the wallet share. Because in economics, the simple principle is the resources are limited and wants are unlimited. So therefore, we are required to allocate our resources in a very judicious manner, in a very rational manner. So the same is in marketing also. If we create, in fact, a kind of mind share, so that brand is very high in our recall side. So in that way, whenever we require that product in where the brand is very strong, so we buy that particular product. So we share our resources from our wallet on these brands or maybe on these services, which is ultimately translated in terms of more market share. So therefore, in simple words, a process where we try to position our product, we try to create a positive image in the minds of the customer. That is the process of mind share. Let's get more and more mind share. Let's get more and more recognition. Let's get more and more, say, top of the mind recall in the minds of the customer. So that will be translated in terms of more wallet share and more market share. Then recently, there is a lot of discussion on value creation. So marketing is also, in fact, a process where we create value to the customer. How do we create value? We recognize a particular gap between what is being offered and how it can further be improved. So we recognize this particular gap, and by maybe converting some product or maybe offering some kind of services, we try to fulfill that gap more effectively and more economically. So that will be, in fact, a process of creating some value. So when we create value to the customer, we will be able to capture value from the customer also. How do we capture value from the customer? We capture value from the customer by getting more share in their wallet and more creating more market share. So therefore, the entire concept of marketing is something where we create more value to the customer, something where we capture value from the customer. And you will find there are very good number of examples nowadays where the brand is able to create more value, and that's why they have been able to create a kind of market share. We will take different examples later on at different points. Then marketing is simply not sales, where we in fact make a product or maybe any service and then we transact that service to the customer. It's over. No, it looks much beyond that. This marketing is something where we create long-term, sustainable, and profitable relationship with the customer. Maybe by offering our product and services. If the product is good, if we consider customer as our core principle, as our core focus area, and we design our marketing strategy, we design our business strategies, keeping in view the customer value creation. So in that way, you will find we get more and more repeat purchase, more and more loyal customer, those who don't mind to pay some kind of premium if we increase or decrease the price. Maybe they spread positive word of mouth communication, which is essential nowadays. So all these kind of benefits we can get once we, in fact, once we understand the basics of marketing and we implement that marketing philosophy in a true sense and make marketing as an organization-wide philosophy. But the focus is not simply on one-time transaction, which a large number of maybe like the Chinese companies are doing. Their focus is still on sales, where they create a product, make a product, export that product, and they don't talk about maybe like the after sales service. They don't talk about the customer feedback. They don't look for maybe like going to the customer again and then getting their feedback. That may not be their process. So it is something which is not, in fact, a long-term and sustainable proposition. Then in another way, marketing is a kind of war form. And more recently, you can see the war which is being fought between the edutech companies. Maybe like the Byju's have their own story to convince the customer. Maybe like the College Dunia, maybe the CU Maths, maybe the Educart, the Extra Marks, Unacademy, Vedantu. All of them are fighting. All of them are fighting. So similarly, in other areas also, we have seen that war. So that war is a war which is taking place everywhere in the world. At every moment, that war is being fought. And what is that war? That war is for more mind share. That war is for more wallet share, and that war is for more market share. So every organization, by using, maybe making effective use of marketing, they try to win that war. So they in fact try to create more market share. They try to get more, you can say, the marketing benefit for their product and services. And finally, I say marketing is something that starts with customer and that ends with customer. Go and understand the customer need. What are the problems being faced by them? Then come back to your incubation center. Then try to develop something that can fulfill these needs more closely, or fulfill that gaps with more effective and cost, maybe like a more better solutions to the problem. So in that way, what is the starting point? The starting point is customer. Go back to customers, show them the product, get their feedback till they get full satisfaction after using the product. So this is what is in fact the marketing. And that's why we say marketing is something that starts with customer and that ends with customer. So, but maybe like any way you take, very exciting fields which generate revenue for the organization, which create a link between the company and the customer, which is a face for maybe face of the organization into the marketplace, but very, very exciting area, very, very, you can say, important area. And organizations, those who are able to make effective use of their marketing, they are no doubt in fact able to attain the status of a unicorn, or maybe the baby corn, or maybe the sunicorn, kind of different words that we use. Either they are in the process or they have been able to attain that status. So this is what is in fact something related with marketing. Normally, the marketing, whenever we teach in undergraduate or postgraduate level, it's a 3 or 4 credit course. If it is in BBA, it's a 3 credit course. In BTech, it is 3 credit course. In PG, it is a 4 credit course. So normally, we devote 30-40 hours to explain the entire concept of marketing with different case studies and different examples. So since there is a paucity of time, what I would like to discuss with you, this is the entire process of marketing. So what we in fact do in marketing. So maybe like those who want to get a feel of marketing. So maybe like those who are some incubatees, those part of this meeting today. So by looking at this process, entire process, they can have at least some kind of understanding about marketing. That will in fact make you realize marketing is beyond promotion. Marketing is not simply advertising. It is not simply like giving some kind of discount and maybe like to be on social media, or to be maybe like hiring the celebrities, or maybe by using point of sale display. No, it is something which is beyond that. So as you can see, marketing, this is the expanded model of marketing, and I acknowledge Professor Philip Kotler from where this particular diagram has been obtained. So in this way, you can see marketing is a process where we create value for the customer, create value by developing relationships with the customer, which are long-term, which are sustainable. So we do this kind of efforts, this kind of process in marketing. And what is the outcome of this? The outcome of this is in terms of capturing value from the customer. So as I told you, we create value for the customer. How can we create value? By fulfilling some need more closely, more efficiently, and more economically, by giving them more convenience. So that convenience may be into different form. So we create value for them. And how do we capture value? We capture value from the customer by creating more market share, more wallet share, and more mind share. So in this process, what we do? Normally, the beginning of any marketing is with understanding the marketplace and customer needs. And this is what we do in case of startup also. The idea, what are different sources of ideas? So if we go to the customer, if we are interested in a particular sector, or in a particular, you can say, the category of product or particular service, so one of the biggest source is to understand the gap that exists in that market. So we go to the customer. We in fact analyze in what way we can offer a better solution to them. In what way, in fact, it can be more convenient for the customer when they look for this category of product. So therefore, always at the beginning of maybe like these kind of startups or these kind of activities in marketing language is understanding the customer needs, going to the marketplace and then realizing that. And how do we do that? What we in fact carry out in this process? We carry out either the research, where maybe like we make use of some kind of marketing research, or maybe like we simply go to the customer, interact with them, go to the intermediaries, those who are involved in this kind of business, go to the experts, those who may in fact provide us maybe some information, some feedback, or maybe ourselves we realize that yes, as a customer this is a gap, and maybe like if we offer some better solution to these needs, it may be in fact something that can really fulfill the customer's need more closely. So in this process, market research can be conducted, maybe the marketing information system, different sources can be accessed, or maybe the qualitative research can be carried out. So we collect and try to collect information in that way. Like say for example, I hope this you are aware of a brand which is known as Ujala. Have you heard about Ujala?
The clothes whitening drops.
Yes, yes, very right, very right, very good. Maybe like you at least know the brand. If you look at the maybe like the way this brand was launched, this brand is basically maybe like belong to the one of the you can say the person who is known as MP Ramachandran. So he was the chemical engineering engineer from one of the University of Kerala. He went to Mumbai and got admitted to some management program. He made his specialization into finance, and he started working as an accountant in one of the you can say the business in Mumbai. So by nature, he was the chemical engineer. So maybe he did not he realized like this accounting job is not his cup of tea, and he was not enjoying that job. So after maybe say a couple of years, he came back to his hometown, and then he realized the problem was at that time the fabric whitener which was used into the Indian household, that was the powdered foam. Robin Blue was a prominent brand during that time, and it used to come in cardboard pack, जिसको गत्ते का हम लोग कहते हैं ना, उस पैक में ये it was available. And the place where we usually keep these kind of maybe like the fabric whitener, maybe in washroom रखते हैं, वहाँ कपड़े धोते हैं और वो उसको, that was a practice at that point. So normally, what was the problem? The problem was due to that humid, maybe like the place where this brand, this powder form fabric whitener was used to kept, so it easily get moisture. तो उसमें वो knot पड़ जाते थे, or maybe like sometime when you pour it into bucket, the quantity may be low or maybe high. If it is high, then it was reflected in the whiteness of the cloth. तो हाँ ज़्यादा हो गया है, कम हो गया है, it was a problem. So everywhere this was a problem, and there was no such solution. So this MP Ramachandran realized this particular gap. The gap tha na, this was a gap. He realized this particular gap, and then by using his chemical engineering or maybe his experience, he developed that liquid fabric whitener, and he in fact he convinced tailors, he convinced maybe like the others about the benefit of this liquid detergent. And later on, when he got some kind of support, when he realized some money, so then he launched a beautiful campaign for that, which is known as Aya Naya Ujala Char Bundo Wala, the 4 drops of the water. And that 4 drops of the water is the creativity that his marketing team applied to create the brand recall, to remember that particular brand. The difference it was creating, it's a history now. And brand is undisputed market leader in this category. Undisputed market leader. Undisputed market leader means like it has more than 75% market share, which is very in fact, uncommon to see in an FMCG category, where brands like brands from the companies like the Hindustan Unilever Limited, which is the Unilever subsidiary. We have the Procter and Gamble, and there are a number of other companies, the multinational companies, those who are cash rich, those who have everything at their disposal. But even then, they are not able to create any kind of displacement for this brand. So later on, as a second mover, maybe the Ala was launched by the Lever, maybe the Ranipol and number of other brands. They entered into that market, but the kind of the advantage, the first mover advantage, you can say, and the first one to realize this particular gap. So it's a history now. The kind of turnover that this brand in that small category is creating is somewhere around 300 crore, and it is the wheel of fortune for this company, which is the Jyothi, Jyothy, Jyothi Laboratories Limited. So it created change of fortune for that company, and now the company later on, maybe 2-3 years back, acquired the Henkel, which is an FMCG company in Germany. It acquired its Indian subsidiary and added some more product, and overall the company size is somewhere around 1,200 crore, and it is the fifth largest company. But actually, you can see the success of this particular company lies in the Ujala. So this is how, in fact, we can realize it. This is how, in fact, we can see if what is a gap that exists into the marketplace and how can we convert that gap into an opportunity. So therefore, the beginning, and there are different other examples. So not necessarily like we can create that kind of wealth. We can create that kind of wealth by becoming the first mover. No, not necessarily. I give you another example. You might have heard about Kesh King. Kesh King. This brand is basically maybe launched by one very ambitious and young guy from one of the small town of Haryana in Ambala district. Maybe in 2006, 2007, he realized that yes, we can have some more therapeutic hair oil. Therapeutic hair oil. It is not simply maybe the cosmetic hair oil, but the category of this hair oil is therapeutic. Navratna is another brand which was the early advantage in this category. So he got an opportunity. He realized yes, if we launch a brand in this category, where the Keo Karpin, where the Shanti Amla, and number of other brands were there, so maybe like there is an opportunity. So he went to Chandigarh. He borrowed money from different sources and launched this Kesh King. Kesh King. He in fact he used innovative marketing for this particular product. Maybe like initially he himself visited the market and convinced the retailers, convinced the chemist outlet, but slowly and gradually with his maybe like understanding of the market, maybe the quality of the product also, he got good support, and maybe say within a span of 5 years, the sale of this brand was around 300 crores. So within a span of 5 years, see the value which has been created, by effective use of marketing, by understanding the gap this simple guys are making. So maybe it created that kind of value, and later on realized like the market is becoming more competitive, and the Emami, which was behind the Sona Chandi Chyawanprash, which is behind the Boro Plus, or maybe like the Navratna Tel. So they were looking for unorganic growth. So they were looking for some acquisitions which fit into their existing category. So they approached to this guy, and the deal was finalized. And do you know the amount which Emami paid for a brand which was observing annual sale of 300 crores of rupees? Can we have any wild guesses what may be the maximum amount which has been paid by the Emami to acquire the Kesh King? Means what should be the appropriate valuation for a brand which is having the annual sale of 300 crores in that category? What may be the maximum amount that you can pay? Any idea? Yes? No idea. The Emami paid 1,500 crore plus, 5 times more than the annual sale of this product. More than 5 times the annual sale of this product. This is how, in fact, maybe like we can understand the gap, we can realize how can we, in fact, offer the better solution to the customer needs, and we can convert them. So maybe like it is his marketing abilities. After acquiring, after getting that much of money, he launched 3 more products who are in the line of becoming the cash king for this company. One is Dr. Ortho, another one is Hoop Mantra, the fairness cream, and the third one is the Sachi Saheli, which is into feminine, you can say hygiene category. So maybe like enormous opportunity exists. In fact, the right way is to understand your customer, understand the marketplace, conduct research, interact with them, identify the gap, come back to your maybe like to your place, and then develop something. This is what is in fact maybe like understanding the marketplace and market need. So after analyzing that particularly, what is the next step? The next step is maybe like we need to identify the appropriate segment, appropriate segment that we can target. Appropriate segment, because everything is not meant for everybody. Maybe you simply take the example of the simple product like the toothpaste. Take the example of the brand like the Colgate. We have the Colgate Dental, we have the Colgate Charcoal, Colgate Herbal, Colgate Gel, Colgate White, Colgate SensoGuard, maybe like the Colgate Ved Shakti, maybe we have the Colgate Herbal. So number of products are there. So why a particular organization is required to develop that much of the product extension? Why do we do that? Or maybe for a single brand company, maybe like maybe any category of product or service we are in. So all kind of customer may not be our maybe the potential customer. So maybe like there are certain specific set of customer that we are required to target first. So therefore, after maybe analyzing the customer need, or when we go through the process of the product development, so in marketing, what we do, we identify the appropriate subset of customers, because market is full of maybe like different groups of customers, those who are different in terms of their purchasing power, in terms of their taste, in terms of their behavior, in terms of their age, in terms of their personality, and like that. So therefore, one product like our product cannot fulfill the needs and aspirations of these diversified consumer behavior. So as a result, what happens? We need to identify segments which are more appropriate to us, which where we can develop our marketing strategy, and we can focus on them. We can design our own marketing mix elements. So this is what we do in case of segmentation. So after segmentation, maybe like we are able to identify 10-15 groups of customers, and from them we may not be able to cater to all these customers. So therefore we screen them. And at the first phase, we focus only on maybe like say the young students, those who are into the urban areas, because the internet connectivity is quite common to see there, or maybe like they have that level of the demographic characteristics, that income level, and like that. So if we are into one particular business for that group, so we need to target them. And after segmentation and targeting, what we do, we in fact create a favorable image in the minds of the customer. We create some kind of differentiation. How our startup is different from the others is how maybe like the Vedantu is different from Extra Marks. Maybe how the Byju's is different from maybe like the Unacademy, or maybe like the how is Udan is different from the India Mart. So that we need to see. So if we are able to create that kind of differentiation, you can see, yes, the ability of the brand to make a customer recall, ability of the brand to create mind share, or maybe which is translated in terms of more the wallet share or market share, is quite easy. So therefore, after need recognition, when we zero down with some product or some service, so then the next marketing task is segmentation, targeting, and positioning. Positioning is a process of creating a positive image in the minds of the customer by differentiating the existing. And this is how, in fact, that char bundo wala, you are simply required to drop only put only 4 drops that created that kind of differentiation. So there we realized, yes, our product is different. And in this process of differentiation, if we are really able to create that differentiation, we will be in fact able to capitalize and leverage upon that position. Where the customer are ready to pay a high price or a premium for our product and service. So then after segmentation, targeting and positioning, then we develop our marketing mix elements, marketing mix. So at third step, it is the marketing mix, which consists of the product, price, place, distribution mix, the place and the. So maybe we have already identified the product. So all the decisions which are related with product. So we need to see what maybe the size, stock keeping units of our product, or the service also, or maybe what may be the raw material, what kind of packaging we are going to offer with our product, or maybe like the quality standard, or maybe the kind of brand name that we are going to use for our product and services. So all these decisions are required. So we make all these decisions because ultimately that product or service is going to create that link. The company is known for its product and service. So we develop that product, and after developing that product, we set the price. It looks very simple, very simple. We add the cost of manufacturing, we add the other variable cost, we add the required or the desired margin, the profit that we would like to take from this product, and that we will be able to arrive at the price. The price is not in fact so simple in marketing or in business settings, because price is something which is a kind of weapon in the hands of marketers. Weapon. Price is something which is a kind of discovery in the marketing. If we are able to discover that price, a price which is comfortable to the customer and a price which is also maybe like comfortable to the organization in order to meet their objectives. So maybe like it is something which is discovered. Price is not simply a function of the cost. Maybe like in some case of some industries, in some startups, the price is important, especially those are into product category. But otherwise, you can see the price is something which is very difficult. And most of the disruptions which took place in last couple of years, maybe like you see in the taxi business, you see in the airline business, you see in the maybe in other areas, even the FMCG business also, you will find one of the reason for them, for their success, is the price benefit that they created, the pricing benefit that they offered to the customer. Like say, for example, both these two major e-commerce companies, Flipkart and the Amazon, they are maybe like they have launched their the much awaited the festival discount schemes, or maybe sales motion scheme, which is their mega scheme, I should say. The kind of revenue which they are projecting this year, in this span of say 3, 4, or 5 years maximum, the kind of revenue which is expected is somewhere around 38,000 crores, 6 billion rupees, 38,000, not rupees but the dollars, 38,000 crores. That is what is the revenue that they are expecting, and what is the basic benefit that they are extending. It is not simply the convenience. We don't mind to go to the physical store in normal situation, although these are the different situations. But in normal situation, if we get the better price deal, but the kind of pricing benefit that they offer to the customer is one of the reason for that much of, you can say, maybe like the excitement among the customers. So maybe like the price is something which is a kind of weapon in the hands of the marketplace. Weapon. So how this disruption is created by the Jio in this existing telecommunication market? How this disruption was created, maybe like in this e-commerce platform. So it is just because of the technology and maybe like offering better solution, more economic solution to the customer. So therefore, price is something which every marketer is required to understand. Every startup, maybe like the person is required to understand something very, very important. Maybe it is also maybe it is not necessary like we always focus on pricing. There are other you can say the startup also, other brands also into the market, like where they in fact they offer better solution, but the kind of pricing that they use is not something which is a low price category. No, it is a high price category. Country Delight. Suna hai Country Delight? How many of you are aware of Country Delight? I cannot see your replies. I cannot hear your replies. Yes. Country Delight. Are you able to hear me, listen to
Yes,
me?
yes,
Okay.
sir, yes,
Okay.
yes, sir. We are.
The
Country
milk
Delight.
brand, sir.
Yes, it is. It is into yes, the milk category. It is into the dairy category. The market, the Indian market is known for you can say the unorganized player, the informal players into this category. A large number of players. But maybe like realizing the problem which the customers are facing in terms of the adulteration, in terms of the mixing, in terms of the low quality, and maybe the number of ways, okay, like some of them are using the urea, the milk is not fresh. So they realize this particular problem. The IM graduates from the IM into the beta graduates, they realize this particular problem. And like they in fact launched this Country Delight, where they identified some quality source of the milk from the satellite towns of Delhi. They, in fact, developed the better packaging, maybe in the glass bottles. They ensured the supply chain, effective supply chain they developed. And they also, to win the customer's confidence, they also they also supply the test kits, okay, where the customer can test the quality of the milk delivered to them anytime. And maybe like the source of the milk is the cow, or later on they added some other categories also. Maybe the curd was added, the ghee was added, and the paneer was also, I believe, like they've added that. So milk based product. So a market where the price of the milk is very very competitive, a market which is largely maybe informal in nature, so they created and they took the risk, and they are selling in fact a milk maybe like at a very premium price, almost double than the price which we in fact pay for informal milk vendor, or maybe the other, you can say, the branded category of milk. So we have that kind of market also. As I told you, if you are able to identify that gap and we come out with more better solutions, so we have every kind of customer, we can do that. So a lot of price itself is one of the area in marketing where every marketer is required to understand. The price of a refilling bottle of a soft drink brand, Coca-Cola or Pepsi or Limca or Thumbs Up or any brand of your choice. If you look at the average cost of refilling that bottle, it is not more than 1 rupees 50 paisa, or maybe say in this inflationary situation, you can say 2 rupees maximum. You add some more marketing expenses, distribution expenses, and other expenses, so it is not more than 4 rupees or 5 rupees per bottle of 200 300 ml. And what price they charge from the customer? It is 12 rupees per bottle, or maybe for small bottle it is 6 or 7 rupees per bottle. So this is what I want to communicate to. The pricing is very complex. Price is not something which is a function of your manufacturing cost plus your variable cost, or maybe like your marketing expenses. No, there are many factors that you have to consider. Then after say pricing, the another important activity which is performed by the marketing department is the distribution system. Distribution. Okay, let us in fact make our goods and services as close as possible to the customer need. So that is in fact a kind of advantage. Any company can imitate the product very easily. You can imitate that, and this is what happens. After the first mover advantage, there may be in fact a good number of second mover and the late movers in the system. The market is full of brands. There are more than 45 different educational technology brands into the Indian market, but we remember only 5-6 major brands because those who are aggressive in marketing. So the point is, we can imitate the product, we can imitate the service quite easily. We can also match the price, or maybe like we are more aggressive in terms of offering the price to our product and service. But distribution system, or maybe like the marketing side supply chain, is a system which cannot be imitated in a short period, because we need to develop a kind of maybe like the system. We need to bring intermediaries together. We need to educate them. We need to train them. We need to develop the whole system of supply chain management, marketing side supply chain. I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the inbound supply chain. I'm talking about the outbound supply chain. So maybe like in these situations, it is very difficult for the firm to imitate that system. So therefore, every startup, depending upon the nature of the business, depending upon the marketing practices, characteristics of the customer, they are required to develop a sound distribution system for their goods and services into the marketplace. And then after the distribution, we talk about the promotion. Means what may be the appropriate use of promotion. So normally the startups, they have limited funds available to them. So in that limited funds, how can we in fact make more and more visibility for our brand? How can we in fact make customer aware about the brand? So all kinds of maybe the electronic media, maybe we can make use of the print media, we can make use of outdoor media, we can make use of all kind of the social media and the digital marketing technique, where we can see the affiliate marketing, where we can see the Google AdWords, where we can make use of the email marketing, we can make use of the mobile marketing, we can also integrate our website where customer can visit and deliver, or maybe like they can book and the goods are delivered, or maybe like the social media marketing is becoming the another way, another platform to promote the product. So depending upon the nature of the service, depending upon the nature of the product, what is the budget which is available to us, we can make use of that. And not necessarily it is always supported with the maybe very expensive or the high budget kind of the promotion campaign. No, if we make effective use of the social media nowadays, we can take the advantage of viral marketing, because we are now living in an era where we are in information superhighway. We are in fact in a global village kind of concept. So information spreads very fast. We can share our information to community, through communities, e-communities, to a large number of people. So that may be having some advantage to the brand, some disadvantage. So this is redefining the entire method of connecting to the customer. So the way the social media and the digital media are emerging nowadays. So recently, you might have seen, I would like to cite the power of the viral marketing. I hope maybe like some of you are aware of the Baba Ka Dhaba. Suna hai aapne? It is in news nowadays. Every social media is now, in fact, maybe like they try to cover that Baba Ka Dhaba. What is that Baba Ka Dhaba? Somebody can unmute and may please reply, so that I am convinced that yes, yet it's not a not say.
I didn't get your question, sir.
My question is the way social media is being used to create viral marketing, and one of the latest example is Baba Ka Dhaba. Baba Ka Dhaba. So it is in fact it is a kind of you can say the classical and the latest example how the social media can create that much of visibility to a brand which was unknown, maybe the power of the viral marketing. So what is that Baba Ka Dhaba? I just want to know from the youngsters, or maybe like anybody.
I think students know better about this and can unmute any one of the students. They are always on social platforms.
Yes. That is very use of social media is very prominent among the youngsters. Maybe okay, nobody is interested to reply, or maybe any other reasons.
Actually, one of the participant is unmuting, but I think audio is not audible. Nilesh, your audio is not audible to us.
Yeah, I think I read about this thing in the news. I think that it is the next door restaurant trying to supply the food. I don't know the whole story, but yeah, it went very viral, and I think a lot of platforms trying to capture that business.
Exactly. This is what is in fact the power of viral marketing. Very right, Nilesh. The story is in social media, one of the you can say the amateur social media person who uploaded a video, a story of one old aged couple from South Delhi who in fact who run a food maybe like the kiosk, and due to this pandemic they were not even able to sell whatever they in fact make in the day. So they were in fact in a very difficult situation, but they were the very old couple, and maybe like working very hard, but due to this problem, they were not able to sell that. So that story was uploaded in the social media, and next day it went so viral. It was so spread it so fast in the social media. Maybe like next day, this Baba Ka Dhaba has become, in fact, one of the prominent marketplace, I should say, rightly used words. The Zomato is in tie-up with that Baba Ka Dhaba. The Paytm is in fact accepting and provided their facility to Baba Ka Dhaba. The Pepsi has provided in fact some the T-shirts and some glow sign and refrigerator and other things, and you will find a long queue now outside that Baba Ka Dhaba. And many more brands are looking for opportunity how they can connect with that Baba Ka Dhaba. So this is what is the power of social media. So not necessarily we need to have maybe like very deep pockets for promotion where we can hire some celebrity who's very expensive, or we can go
Yes.
for buying some space in the television, or maybe like on FM channel, or on buying some time in these and space in newspapers. So not necessarily. We can make use of the power of this social media.
Yes, so we have few comments in chat box as well.
How can we see that? Yes.
Yes, so chat, if you will click on more, there will be option of chat.
If I click on,
So you go upside to view options, keep your cursor up, move your cursor up, and there you will find a tab more or chat. Okay, no.
see, we don't use the Zoom
Yes,
platform.
yes,
We
yes,
in TTU it is completely like we don't use for official purpose.
yes.
Uh,
Yeah, participants can
one
unmute
is
them.
one option is mute, another is start video,
Chat,
security,
chat will be there.
participants.
If Rahul is the presenter's window is same as ours, because our chat box icon is on the bottom side of the window.
Yeah, it's same as but will
Yeah,
be
so
on the
just
top
scroll
side.
down, then not up, scroll down. You have all these options: mute, start
No,
video,
actually, when
participant,
you're
and chat.
sharing the screen, it goes up
Yeah,
from
okay.
bottom.
Oh, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I was
Sir, okay,
asking.
no problem. So we can continue. Participant can definitely
Maybe
unmute.
like I love to answer any question which is there. So
No,
let
there
me
were just few comments. Ki
put.
shop of an old age couple revived after pandemic due to viral video, and a food
Uh,
blogger wrote about the old couple who had a stall
yes.
in South Delhi.
Yes.
And
This
yeah,
was the whole story actually, but
yeah,
it went very viral, and you can see the beauty of the viral marketing, the beauty of the social media marketing.
yes,
So these are the basic functions. Means we need to make decisions on our product. We need to make decisions on the pricing strategy that we can use. We can also need to develop sound and effective distribution system for our product and
Yeah,
services.
but
And
it
then
is just a
finally,
question. I think viral
yeah,
is
please.
always accidental, correct? It's never been a plan. So we can't target a viral marketing as one of the strategy, isn't it?
See,
Viral is always just accidental.
but the purpose, the commercial purpose, or maybe the way any marketer is using the social media, one of the objective is to make it viral. To make it viral. And maybe like it may be in favor of the brand, it may be also not in favor of the brand. See, take another example. See, somewhere maybe the kind of the budget which is being allocated on digital media nowadays, it is much more, miss, by over year growth is much more than what we spend on electronic media, on newspaper, means the print media and outdoor media, and like that 30-40% increase in the budget allocation we are observing. The
Yeah, that
first.
makes sense also, because the
Yes,
digital marketing always a targeted market. You can always capture a targeted market rather than print market. You don't know where you are heading to.
but somewhere inherent purpose for maybe like for spending on these social media marketing or digital marketing is in fact to spread the message, and maybe like not every message got that much of viral. So if one message got viral in positive maybe like sense, so it can really create much more engagement and much more impact, which is you can say relatively higher than the television and the other, you can say the radio kind of media. So maybe like we can do that. इसके flip side भी
So,
है. The flip side is, yeah, please, yeah, your question first.
no, sir, there was no question. I just wanted to answer my batchmate when he said that it's normally a self, it's something which happens by accident or it's not necessarily planned. But when we are doing digital marketing today, a lot of the viral processes are supposed to be self-replicating. But when we rely on a pre-existing social network to increase brand awareness or sales, using the self-replicating processes, it's part of your digital marketing, and that's how it's called viral marketing, right, sir?
Exactly. Like, see, maybe the purpose is the purpose is more and more sharing, actually, engaging more and more customers. So that is what is in fact the viral. That is how it got viral.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that is the purpose, actually. But the problem is in case of the campaign that we launch in television, or maybe in electronic media, or maybe like in case of the newspaper, we have full control over the content. We can decide the area, we can decide the time, we can decide everything, because we have the clear control over that. But in case of the social media, where we in fact upload something on social media and it goes viral, maybe it has its own way where people can use it in negative manner also. कैसे वैसे, say for example, uh, recently the Tanishq, which is a Tata Group company, it is being trolled in social media, maybe like the ban Tanishq hashtag, like that. They release one advertisement before this festive season. This festive season is one of their, you can say, the main season, because of the kind of buying that we see in jewelry category in these auspicious days. So every year they release that advertisement. So some of you might aware of that the recent advertisement that they released in social media, or maybe in other media also, where a baby shower kind of program was being conducted in a family, where a Hindu daughter got married to that Muslim family, and that program was conducted. So that lady asked her mother-in-law, "It is a not a tradition in your in that community?" So the reply is like, it is not a tradition kind of thing, but it is a function to make the daughter happy. So that was the taste. But see, the way this brand is being told in the social media, the ban Tanishq, we will not boycott Tanishq hashtag, and like everything like that. And what was the result? The company withdraw that advertisement. They pulled off that advertisement. So दोनों चीजें हैं ये, that viral may be negative and that viral may be positive. So the company may have little control over that. The brand is required to be very strong. The brand is required to, in fact, maybe like strong enough, which offer some kind of satisfaction to the customer, fulfill the customer needs more closely in any way. Otherwise, it's a customer democracy now. So maybe like they can also ruin the brand, they can roast the brand in the social media and like that. So which is different in case of the television advertisement. You have full control over that. You can have your own story and you communicate that story. So maybe like the viral, going viral has its own advantage and its own disadvantage. But it is something like which is very economic and cost effective that we can do. Then finally, what we do, we try to, after this making decisions on this product price, place, and promotion. So then we engage our customer to make profitable and long-lasting relationships with the customer. Maybe like the customer relationship management, or maybe like a different way to engage the customer, maybe like the way to promote the customer. So we make all these kind of maybe like the process to develop long-lasting relationship with the customer. And that's why we talk about simply not one-time transaction. We talk about the customer lifetime value, the kind of benefit, the annuity of benefit that we can get by serving a customer for the lifetime. So this is what is in fact the objective of the marketing. Maybe like in that process, they make use of all kind of practices. And this is the way they create value to the customer. And how do we capture value from the customer? We capture value from the customer by creating loyal customers, by in fact capturing customer lifetime value, or by increasing our wallet share, market share, and maybe like the mind share. So this is what is the value that we derive from the customer. And this entire process, you can see, we integrate the technology. The technology is in fact maybe like at the forefront, or maybe like it may function maybe at a support function, but this is something which is very important in different ways. So at the same time, we also look for the expansion into the global market, and also consider our respect, our concerns to planet Earth. Maybe like anything which is against the ecology, which is not in favor of the ecology, the way we create harm for the ecology is something which is not a sustainable kind of practices. So therefore, we are also required to see that. So this is, in fact, this simple way, the entire marketing process. We start with customer. How do we start with customer? We analyze their needs, we analyze their problems, and then develop some solution to these problems, and then ultimately maybe like we make profit from that system, entire system, by serving their needs more closely. And maybe in this pursuit, we don't compromise with the environment also. So this is what is simply, you can say, the marketing. Any question that you would like to ask up to this stage? Any query, please? Okay.
Good evening, sir.
Hi, good evening. Good evening. Yes.
Sir, I'm Nimish from Chennai. I'm speaking, and we are having. I'm working in a government organization, university, and we have a post-harvest research and incubation center for value addition of fishery products, fish-based products. So we used to we used to develop a lot of new products. Like value adding from waste, or like making ready to eat products and without any preservatives and all. We have like long time preserved products. But we have a lot of self-help groups and new startup people who used to come and adopt our technology. But the problem is they face with the marketing of these products. Like example, if I say the ready to eat fish curry, which can be stored for 6 months in the room temperature, but they used to struggle in even in snacks, or because of like a packet having a fish-based product for a long time, people have a negative impact. They used to give samples in the markets, and they used to go for online marketing, but they still struggle in the marketing because the product is very good and it has high nutritional value, it has good shelf life without preservatives, but still they struggle. And we are from the scientific background, but we don't have marketing experience.
Okay, you are not able to. So this is what is in fact the problem that maybe a large number of the business face, a large significant percentage of the business face. Maybe their product is very good. Their product is good in terms of quality. Maybe they are organically grown, as you in your case. The problem is the communication to the customer. How can we communicate the customer? How can we reach out to the segment which really appreciate and maybe interested to buy this product? So what I suggest you, madam, maybe you can approach to the nearby management institutions, or maybe any such institutions where the student are assigned some training kind of programs. So you can hire some intern from these institutions free of cost, and offer this problem to them. They will in fact normally spend 6 to 8 weeks in their summer internship, or maybe in their project. So they will in fact conduct the in-depth analysis. The idea is keeping in view the kind of differentiation that your product got over other products. You are required to identify the appropriate segments. Keeping in view the shelf life of the product, keeping in view your financial resources, keeping in view maybe the other limitations that you have. So identify the appropriate segments in the nearby area. Say for example, if the shelf life is 24 hours, so maybe accordingly you need to identify and develop that your supply chain system, your distribution system, where you can identify some prominent retailers. You can tie up with some prominent maybe the departmental store, make your product available, or convince the customer, engage them into that buying, and communicate that how it is different from a large number of such other products. It is organically grown, it is fresh in quality, maybe like it is sourced from the maybe the not the salt water but the fresh water and all these kind of things, because you need to create that differentiation. And if you are able to communicate that differentiation, then and only then you will be in fact able to get support for you. Otherwise, the market is full of all categories of product. Everywhere you will find that product. But if the product is good in terms of quality, if the product is really able to fulfill some kind of gap, you see, with little marketing support, you can really create a difference for you.
So this is a
Yeah.
very good problem. This is very good problem to
Thank you,
discuss.
sir.
To really, can you explain what are the high level steps the Nimesh can take apart from finding the right market and all these things? What are the high level steps you can suggest to do the proper marketing? Like identifying the right customer, identifying the customer needs, and matching the product and the customer needs, and then so on and so forth. Can you just high level explain that? That will be very helpful to us.
Actually, I joined this course because it's completely new course for
हाँ, हाँ.
No,
देखिए,
that's why
me, and
that's why
I
I'm
didn't do management kind
Nimesh,
because
देखिए, maybe
yeah, that is
see,
what I'm asking
हाँ,
presenter to, if he can help us to show us a high level helicopter view or footprint, how this can be looked at.
देखिए,
That will really help.
maybe see what happens if you look at these self-help group kinds of system. So normally, if you analyze the just say Fab India kind of maybe like the linkages that they have with the artist and the craftsmen, maybe these kind of the vendors, those who sell their goods through Fab India. Maybe like the same kind of practices is being followed by the Khadi Village and Industry Commission also, okay, where they in fact they approach and tie up, identify these kinds of the craftsmen, these kind of artisans, and maybe like they provide a platform to them. So normally there are a large number of you can say such maybe the self-help groups. So at this level, what you can do, you are required to identify some prominent, you can say the organized retail chain in your area, or maybe like the departmental stores chain. You will get more visibility from these stores. You will get more footfalls and more exposure for your product. So maybe like if the product is good in terms of quality, if the product is fresh, if the product is different from this similar other product, so definitely the kind of the platform and the opportunity which you will get in these maybe with the support of these retail chains, it will be in fact a good kickstart for maybe like for these kind of products. Otherwise, see, the problem is limited funds, lack of access to maybe like the basic infrastructure, okay, where you can provide the refrigerators, where you can provide some kind of maybe like the temperature device, or maybe the marketing support to convince the retailers and like that. So in these situations, it is always suggested to identify maybe like some institutional buyers, those who can support you, those who can provide you at least the basic platform, so that you in fact meet your basic expenses and then you look for the expansion. Otherwise, if I simply say you start the marketing program, you in fact you go for the funding, you go for the bank loan, and then use that loan or that funding in terms of creating very effective or very expensive program. So that may not work. Actually, that is very risky program. First of all, you need to in fact meet your maybe like your fixed cost or some part of your variable cost, and then look for the expansion. That what we can do. Otherwise, like there are different ways. We need to understand the basic product category. We need to understand what is the marketing system, what kind of competitors are there. Then and only then we can devise these kind of strategies. So maybe like, but this is one of the lovely example where we can. आप देखो ना, जैसे like in Tihar jail Delhi, the inmates are making they have created a kind of you can say the self-help groups, or maybe like the NGOs, and they have tied up with the different government departments. So the files that they create, the biscuits that they make, or maybe the other things that they make, file cover that they make, they are directly to the help of these NGOs, they are directly sold to the maybe like the ministries. government departments and other, you can say the corporate offices. So we need to identify that. There are good number of maybe like the NGOs and the government department, those who can help you with that. But make it very clear. Maybe like the beginning should means the product should perform. The product should be of quality. It should be different from the other category. Otherwise, it's a Me Too category of product. अगर ऐसा है, so then you will not. It is very difficult to move. वो sustainable नहीं होगा आपका.
Very entirely different, sir, and it's very unique. And because we are getting, if we produce product and we are able to market by if I am marketing, I can do. But the problem is we are dealing with widows and self-help groups and new very startup people. So that is the problem. They are marketing. Like if I am preparing, I can market with my maybe if I am full-time person of like this startup, then I can do. But when we are dealing with like techniques, and when they adopt the technology, and when they do, they suffer in the marketing section. That is why
this is what is in fact the role of marketing actually. What you can do, I suggest you like maybe some kind of a week's training program or 3 days training program or maybe a 4 days training program. You in fact give them a flair of marketing. Is how can they convince the retailers? How can they convince the customer? What is in fact the story that they need to tell and they need to use to convince their customers? Maybe like emphasizing on the differentiation that the product is having. You need to do that. You need to educate that.
Yes.
If you are able to educate them, so then really you can really help out not only these kind of people, but thousands and lakhs other people, those who are really making very good product, but they don't have the opportunity. They have the limited opportunity, lack of knowledge, or maybe lack of resources. And that's why maybe like either they are exploited or maybe they are not able to get the return for the hard work that they make.
yeah, yes, sir, yes.
Maybe like this kind of
Do we have any other organizations they are helping in the marketing, or like
there are a good number of organizations, even maybe like even there are good you can say the startup into this category, especially area wise. You will find there may be some NGOs, those who are working in this area. You identify these areas.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for sorry for taking long.
Because, no issues, because without actually looking into the product, without looking into the market structure of that area, or maybe some more information, it is simply an overview that I can give you. Otherwise, it's a very good example of how you can say you can practically apply the marketing, and maybe like with some social goals. We can bring some change in the maybe in the economic situation of these people, or maybe in the lifestyle of these people. So that would be the purpose. But maybe I'm not fully aware of the kind of product that you're talking. Yes, any other question? Maybe then we move to the next slide. Shall we move to next slide?
No, I think Dr. Priya has a message to Madam Nimesh. She can something like send some help there.
Okay.
They will communicate. So yes, sir, we can move to next slide.
Okay. I was talking about this thing, how the product can be imitated. Let me in fact something also talk about the omni-channel kind of system, maybe like the supply chain system, marketing side supply chain system. So we were talking about the product, the price, the place, and the promotion, which is the basic marketing mix elements. And every organization are required to tailor their product, price, place, and promotion to cater to the needs of their customer. So a product can be easily imitated. You can easily imitate that, no problem. And maybe like by reverse engineering process, maybe like the second mover and the third mover are able to offer a better product than the first mover. Then, as I told you, price is something which we can match, or maybe like the second mover and the third mover can offer much more pricing advantage to the customer. So price is also something which cannot be a sustainable competitive advantage. Then similarly, the promotion. If we hire one celebrity, the competitor may hire the better celebrity. If we use the social media, the others may use the more effective use of social media, and like that. But as I told you, maybe it is the distribution system, the supply chain system, the onward, the outward distribution system is something that can really provide a kind of competitive advantage to the organization. So therefore, we are required to work a lot on the distribution system and everywhere, especially in case of the physical product where there is lack of the possibility of integrating the technology services के case में समझो, how we can do that. See Patanjali, all of you are aware of the Patanjali, how it created a kind of disruption into the Indian FMCG system, FMCG industry, a market which is maybe like which is known for the some of the very strong FMCG multinationals rather than the transnational companies like the Beavers, the Procter & Gamble, or the Colgate, or the Nestle. So market is characterized with that. Levers का अगर आप देखें, Levers has a history of say more than say 90 years plus. The Colgate is also 40-50 years old brand. The Dabur is also 30-40 years brand. Same category is with Nestle. And the Patanjali, which disrupted the entire industry by touching a turnover of 10,000 crore. Although it is coming down maybe due to different reasons, but maybe 2 years back it was a threat for these kind of multinationals. But if you look at the way the products are very good, they are supported with the high promotion, the price are also very competitive. Take any example of the products which is being from the Patanjali and which is being launched by the Levers, available from the Levers or the Colgate or Dabur like that. So the price is always very competitive. They also created a kind of positioning. It is the Indian brand, it is the Indian product, and all the money that they will raise will be reinvested into the Indian system. So there's a lot of Swadeshi, they positioned that well also. The quality was also comparative and they differentiated their product. But why, despite all these things, why maybe the company is declining, revenue is declining, or why they are not able to grow the way these other multinationals have grown into the system? One of the basic reason is their supply chain system, the marketing side supply chain system. Over the years, if you look at the pie, over the years, there are approximate 60 lakhs retail outlets which sell the Hindustan Unilever's products. And normally, the 20-25% of any grocery outlet is maybe in that way, merchandise is from the Levers category. So they have 30 very strong brands, and out of these 30 brands, they have hundreds of stock keeping units for different brands. The Colgate, it is also very close to this one, but not as close. It has 47 lakhs retail outlet, those who sell the Colgate product. The Dabur, as you can see, 5.3 million, very close to Levers, because it has strong footprint in rural areas also. And the Nestle is again 35 lakhs. But over these years, maybe in these 10 years, the Patanjali is able to make its goods available only in 2 lakhs retail outlet. 2 lakhs retail outlet. And you can see your example only. Your example. Maybe like there are some exclusive outlets, those who are selling the Patanjali product. So how many times do you visit and find every product that you ask for? Many times there are OOS, out of stock. The product is not available. So many times when we ask a particular brand of Dant Kanti or anything, so the simple answer is no, out of stock, available. The point is, like if really we want to create a market share, if we really want to be like, if we really want to be into that industry which is sustainable, which is relevant, so we need to focus a lot on supply chain management. A sound supply chain is something which is necessary, and this is what is the sustainable competitive advantage with the organizations like the Levers or organizations like the Colgate or the Dabur. You visit any district of your choice, maybe say 1,000 miles away from this place. You select any district, you visit any village of that particular district. Normally, you will find the Levers or the Colgate, not the Patanjali, not the Procter & Gamble. So therefore, a sound supply chain management, the outbound supply chain management is essential. That require efforts, that require maybe the understanding of the knowledge, that require a lot of resources, maybe like the commitment on part of the organization. Then and only then we can develop that system. Therefore, we need to understand the market dynamics. We need to understand what are the maybe like the policies or the distribution strategy which is being followed by our competitors, what are the norms in that industry, what are the characteristics of our product and services, or maybe what are the requirements. So we need to analyze them, and then and only then we can develop that. So maybe like the product is good, very good in quality, the price is also competitive, maybe like we support it with promotion also. But if we are lacking somewhere in terms of the distribution or making the product available to the customer, so maybe like these remaining element of our marketing mix, they are not going to create any difference. So a lot of emphasis, sorry, they are required to put to the maybe on the distribution. So there are maybe like depending upon the nature of the product or maybe the category in which we are in. So we need to understand and we need to develop that marketing system. Otherwise, if you look at the way the new distribution system are emerging, we call it as the omni-channel concept. Omni-channel. We are not simply talking about one channel, or maybe like we are talking about two channels. We integrate them. No, we need to make a kind of omni-channel concept. Omni-channel, where maybe like we can visit in store to inquire about a product. We can search online, go for online resources where we can get some information in the process of searching about a product. The company catalog is also available. There are certain kiosks which provide us information. We can go and maybe like see any social media. The information is available. We can make use of mobile phone. And we can buy the product by getting information from all these sources. We can buy the product either by visiting the physical store or maybe by through the e-commerce website, or maybe we can also send our order through catalog, or maybe there are certain centers which has been created. There are mobile applications which have been created. The e-commerce can also be used to book our order, and the kiosks are also. So there are multiple options are there, and all these are integrated with each other. So we book our order, we buy from these sources, and the goods will be delivered either from the brick and mortar store, or maybe we can make home delivery direct from the company, or maybe we visit and collect from product from the store, or maybe like the deliver from the store itself. Maybe like multiple options are available. And in case we want to return the product, so maybe like the same store from where we got it, maybe at a different store, nearby store, we can go there and we can return that, or maybe like we can make a call to the company people will come and replace it. The process. The point here is, this lot of transformation is taking place even in you can say the distribution or in logistics, or maybe like the new concept which is the supply chain, the marketing side of the supply chain. It is not simply like we create one brick and mortar model and that's sufficient. No, in times to come, we need to integrate everything, every possible way, so that the customer feel convenience. It is convenient to the customer, maybe like to use mobile phone, maybe like use the mobile application, book the order, get the information from the product, book that order, and maybe like driving to the home, maybe like collect it from the nearby store. Or if the product do not function well, so like again through that mobile app they can return the product. So this is what is in fact the emerging and the maybe like the new trend in distribution system, which is known as omni-channel. Integrate everything. You may have one account, so whenever you log into that account, all your history is available, all options are available. This is what is, and that is the future of your, you can say, the supply chain management that we need to see. And finally, maybe like I need to discuss one more concept with you, which is known as the product life cycle. Product life cycle, because maybe like if you are the first mover, maybe like the product is new, introduction stage, we are maybe the second mover, or we are the late mover. So every you can say mover has its advantage and disadvantage. So, but maybe before that, I would like to discuss you the concept of product life cycle. If you look at the graph, the shape of this graph is you can say always similar to the life cycle of a human. life cycle of a human being. Maybe like maybe we pass through different stages during our maybe like during our life, our biological life, and at each stage there are certain characteristics. There are certain characteristics, and maybe like at the end, maybe after that period, we in fact go for a peaceful exit, maybe from that way. So similarly, the concept of the product life cycle is on the lines of the life cycle of human being. The concept says the product or service which are being launched, they are not immortal. They are not something which are going to survive in the marketplace, maybe forever. No, every product and every service which has been launched, they are going to pass through 4 stages. And in these 4 stages, the marketing characteristics, the marketing requirement, the efforts of the marketer vary from stage to stage. The very first stage is introduction stage, when in fact the product is launched. So maybe like the product is new, there is little awareness, or maybe the cost is very high, or maybe some kind of inertia will be displayed by the customer, by the retailers to sell that product. So therefore, there is low sales, there is high cost of launching that product, or maybe like there is little or no profit, more and more investment. So after that, the product enters into the growth stage. Growth stage. There, yes, there are good takers. There is awareness about the brand. More and more people or the customer, they got information about that brand, so they try that brand. Maybe like the company is required to spend its distribution system, they support it with more promotion, they launch maybe the brand extension and like that. And at this stage, when the market is growing, so at this stage, there are in fact maybe like highly likely maybe some more players enter into this stage. So after this stage, the product enter into the maturity stage. In maturity stage, maybe like it's a flat plateau kind of curve, okay, where that product category is not growing in that way. Maybe like there is a stagnation in the sale, or maybe if the product is not relaunched, if the product is not repositioned, so may it enter into. So there are in fact brands which enter into a market in maturity stage. There are brands which enter into the market in decline stage, so depending upon the characteristics and nature of the market. So you can take up the case of maybe like those who are aware of the brand like the Dalda, maybe like more other brand like the Forens toothpaste, maybe the brand like Ambassador car, maybe the brand like maybe the Fiat kind of, you can say the car, the scooter, entire scooter category. So you will find that the way, in fact, they were launched into the market, the maximum growth rate that they achieved, then ultimately the flat curve sale, and finally, maybe like many of these products are not being more maybe like manufactured, or the company sold these brands to some other organizations. So maybe like they are still more into their core. So this is what is in fact about the product life cycle. So all category of product which has been launched, they are in fact not immortal. They are not permanent. They will go pass through these stages, and accordingly the company keep on changing their strategy. We call it as the product life cycle. Product life cycle. Although it depends, like maybe like for some product it is just simply 5 years. It's 5 years, like from introduction to the decline stage, and the product is out of the market. For other products like Lifebuoy, maybe like the other products like maybe like the Boroplus, or maybe the Dettol. So they are still, or Maggie, they are still into the market for 30 years, 40 years, but they rejuvenate their brand. They maybe like they reposition their brand. So that in fact keep customer alive. So maybe like we need to understand that also. Maybe after 5 years, when the market is more competitive, so maybe how can we extend our brand? How can we in fact change our marketing strategy so that we stay relevant, we stay alive, and we are sustainable into the marketplace. This is what is something more important. First mover, second mover, that was also one of the topic which was assigned, which was mentioned. Maybe like the first mover, they spend more on R&D, they use aggressive advertising, they educate the customer, maybe like their brand recall in some cases are very high. They develop a rapport with the suppliers, maybe like some kind of maybe like the competitive advantage with the suppliers. They also develop that kind of rapport with the intermediaries also, and maybe like initially, if the competitor is unable to imitate the product maybe like in early stages, so they also take the advantage of that. The example that I give you, maybe like you can say the Ujala, which have the first mover advantage. But there are many brands, those who are not the first mover, those who are not the first mover, but in fact their ability to create awareness and changing maybe like educating the customer in a very prominent manner. So that's why they got the advantage of maybe the first mover in that way. So maybe like you might have seen, you might have heard about that. This is these the Amazon and eBay. They are not the first mover into the market. There are many other brands. The Kindle is not the first mover in the market, but yes, they in fact they are able to promote their brand. They are able to create that kind of visibility. That's why they are enjoying the first mover advantage now. Maybe like after the first mover, the second mover more firms when the product is into the growth stage. So they enters into the market, and maybe like the kind of mistake which was committed by the first mover. So maybe like they follow the reverse engineering. So they have the product now. They analyze how can they bring more, you can say attributes, add more attributes in the product, more features in the product, more benefit in the product. So maybe like that is an advantage with them, and there are examples where the second movers can also create some kind of space into the marketplace. They can do that, and there are maybe market is full of the late movers. Maybe they realize the gap. So there are certain pockets which are uncovered by the first mover. This is rural areas, they are not there. So maybe like they develop that product, maybe which is into the maturity stage, but even they leverage upon that gap, distribution gap, or maybe like the price, they are able to offer that kind of price, which is not mainly matched by the first mover and the second mover. So they take these kind of advantage. So market is full of you can say all kind of product, Me Too category of product. Those who in fact have little mind share, those who have little market share, or those who have little wallet share. But yes, you will see there is a scope if we are able to identify that gap, maybe in terms of the availability of the product, in terms of the pricing, in terms of any other way, and we differentiate and communicate it to the customer. So maybe like we can also survive into the market. There are good number of examples you can see every day. There are more than 100 brands of bathing soap available in the market. As I told you, there are more than 40, 42, 45 different education technology brands which are into the market. Some of them entered well 20 years back, 15 years back, but they were not very aggressive in terms of marketing. They were not able to create that kind of differentiation. They were like still the Me Too category. They are not like, everybody is not like the Byju's, everybody is not like the Unacademy, everybody is not like you can say the Extra Marks or Educard. They are not like that. So therefore, maybe like in the entire journey of our startup, or maybe in the process of our startup, the understanding of marketing is something which is essential, the basic marketing. We need to support our idea with marketing. Idea may be very creative ideas, but maybe we in fact get some kind of financial support also. But the bottom line and top line can be healthy and strong only when our, you can say, top line is strong. And how can we make our top line strong? By more and more sales of the product, more and more revenue that we generate for our organization from the sales. So then and only then our healthy, maybe we have the healthy bottom line. So this is what, in fact, from all from my side, we are open for any kind of discussion now. Yes.
Thank you, sir, for the session. Participants can, as sir said, open for the discussion. Can ask any question if you have. So we have Dr. V.K. Arora as well with us. Sir has joined. Sir is CEO for IGT2W Incubation
Okay.
Center. Rhoda sir?
Yes. Good
Yes,
evening, sir.
sir.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening, Dr. Rhoda. How are you?
I'm good, sir.
This is what is in fact the benefit of maybe like this synchronous learning. We are sitting at different places geographically apart, but we are able to connect.
Right,
So,
sir.
that's nice.
Thanks, sir. Thanks for accepting our invitation.
Thank you so
I
much.
was attending your session, sir. It was really very informative session. Number of things I learned regarding marketing, especially for startups.
I was in fact telling to the Rahul in the beginning of this session, the marketing itself is in fact a 30-40 hours. You can say the course,
Yes.
maybe for the entrepreneurial marketing or startup marketing. So giving an overview of marketing within 2 hours is itself very challenging. But maybe like some of you are able to get food for thought. Maybe
Right, sir.
like something kind of clear about what marketing is. So that was the purpose for this session.
Then too, sir, you dealt it very nicely. I think you have covered all the topics. Thanks, sir.
So maybe like Rahul, you can share my email ID with the participant in case of any information that they would like to have, or maybe any
Sure.
clarification that they would like to have. So maybe like they
Sure.
can simply drop me an email. I will try to answer as soon as possible.
Sure, sir. I will share, sir.
And thank you very much, sir, on behalf
Thank
of
you.
Innovation Foundation.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Shall I exit the meeting now?
Yes, sir. I think you can, sir.
If there is any question, you please maybe like uh, anybody can ask any question. Otherwise, let's close the meeting.
Yeah. If any participant have any question, can unmute. Else, we can conclude the session.
Mhm.
I think, sir, we can conclude, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for taking over.
Thank you. Okay. Bye bye.
Thank you, Rajan.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, I need to discuss something about the assignments with the participants, and then I will be posting the attendance. Good evening, participants. Okay, now attendance link I have posted in the chat box. You all can mark the attendance. And the thing I want to discuss with you is, see, there is two things. I had session, I discussed this 2 times earlier as well. First is the platform of Google Classroom. I think it was the most convenient way to post assignments and share material with you all. And this is how a page will be looking to you. As you can see on my screen, you can open this. This is me joined from another account as a participant. So whenever assignment is posted, you can see that as assignment. In classwork, if you will go, you can see assignment 2, assignment 1 clearly. For the assignment 2, like is assigned today only, it's in form of Google form. Now there is again a point I need to discuss. Okay, I can see 15 responses in the Google form. That means 15 participants have completed the quiz. But once you complete the quiz, submit the quiz, please mark it as done. Click on this to complete this, mark as done. When you click on this, it will be submitted in Google Classroom as well. 13 have marked it as done and 2 are remaining. I can't name, I have not make a link between those names as of now, but all of you can check who have completed this. Please, you can click this and mark as done. Similarly, when submitting a PDF assignment, as third assignment will again be a written assignment, PDF assignment, you can simply, you can do is, I will remove this. This is how it will open. This is how it will be showing to you assignment. You need to add or create. You can upload any file. Click on file. You can upload. Click on browse from your computer and you can select the file. Any file you can select. For example, MCQ I'm selecting. It will upload. And once it is done with this, please click on turn in. Only then it will be submitted and shown to me. Now, how it is shown to me, you don't worry about how you are naming the file, how you are uploading the file, Word file, PDF file. It is shown to me as this. Whenever you submit a assignment, it is shown to me by name. Akshita has turned in, Sahul has turned in, and I can see each and every assignment by your name. You have joined the Google Classroom. For example, for yes, Briti, one
Sorry
minute.
for bothering you, sir. Sir, actually, I've been for the past, like even today, I tried turning in my assignment. However, it shows that the server has rejected the file. So
Okay,
I've
you
not been able to upload it. Hence, I asked her email ID so that I could mail
okay?
it to you.
In a particular case, I will discuss with you individually. Particular cases can be dealt individually. This is how it is shown to me when I log in from my portal as teacher or admin portal. Here I can see your all the assignments. If any assignment I want to open, I can just simply click on the name. There is no problem how you have mailed, how you have named the file or anything. It will just open to me and I can grade it here or return it. So you don't worry about if you turn in anything, it will show turn in. यहाँ पे आपका unsubmit का button यहाँ पे आ जाएगा. Turn in will not show here. If I turn this in, for example, it will show unsubmit and turn in option will disappear and will change to unsubmit. Turned in late, it's showing there already because the deadline is over for the assignment one. So you need not to worry about it. Till the time you're seeing turn in button here, it's meant it is not submitted. Once it is unsubmit, it is submitted there. You need not to worry and it will show to me. For example, from my Rahul Sachdeva, I have submitted. So I can see done late. I can see if I click on this, I can even see the history when it is done. I turned it in the previous session as well on 18th. Yesterday I turned in to show the example, then I unsubmitted it. If you feel like you have submitted something else or you need to change something within the time period, then today I turned it again. So it will show the complete history you are doing on the portal. Similarly, all the PPTs you can access there. So please be on time. You are having ample time, like for the assignment when you got 2 weeks, which I think is not a less period for just 2 questions. This and please try to complete it on time so that last minute hurdles na rahe. May there can be network issues. There can be many issues. So please be on time always. Now this is the second assignment is MCQ. Third will be again a PDF and fourth will be MCQ. Fifth you will be much more a practical based assignment which will be discussed. Now any problem for your end and the special word to IGDTW students as you have taken this as GEC so assignments are more important to you as these marks are gonna reflect in your degree course as well. So please give more attention to these assignments. It's especially for you because आपके ये marks direct carry forward होने हैं. These marks matter to you. Somebody who has joined the course for learning, maybe 1 or 2 marks may not matter to them, but these marks matter to you. So please be on time and submit the assignments. They are not very tough or like you can't do or you don't have sufficient time. So be more precautious with this. You are submitting all the assignments on time. This is the easy mark grabbing scheme you can say कि जहाँ पे आप marks easily ले सकते हो. Because when the assignment is like MCQ, there is nothing can be done. If you have marked a wrong option, it will be wrong. So submit all your assignments on time. Now, if you have any doubt, you can ask, else you can mark the attendance and leave.
So one question within this side,
Yes,
sir.
yes, sir, please.
Sir, by when will we get the feedback about our assignments?
About the assignment,
Yes, sir.
yeah, you will get feedback soon. As you can see, if I share my screen again, and open it from here. There are 21 people who are still not submitted. So one by one, we will be checking these assignments, and we will be allocating you marks honestly out of 8, because this is as per course content. Every assignment is of 8 marks. So you will be getting a written assignment with your marks, and we can have a session at last. We can have sessions like 5 more sessions are left for the external speakers. Then we can have pitch in sessions and interactive sessions, as also some people wanted. For then we can discuss the assignments, discuss the MCQs, everything we can discuss in those sessions. We have allocated last 10 sessions especially for pitch deck preparation and communication, interaction, and everything.
Sir, sorry for interrupting you again here.
Yes, yes,
Sir,
please.
that you discussed the personal cases, the problems that people are facing while uploading the assignment. Uh, so I had WhatsApped you my PDF. So, sir, if it will be very, we'll be very grateful if you give us an email ID on which we can send our assignment.
Okay, I will give you, but consider that as the least case of preference for us, because as an admin, even I cannot upload anyone's specific assignment. If you say I upload your assignment here as Kriti, I am not able to submit that. Only you will be able to submit your assignment. So before doing that, I will suggest you to kindly enroll yourself. मतलब एक बार आप exit कर दीजिए क्लासरूम और एक बार फिर से ज्वाइन करके देखिए. Then maybe you will be able to submit. This is your the you are registered with, and from my portal what I can see, as also you can see I have shared my screen. Both the assignments were successfully assigned to you from the portal. So just you can unjoin this and then join back again and see if the problem will be there. I will share an email with you.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much for your help, sir. So one more query. Sir,
Yes.
will this assignment be considered late and we won't be given like marks?
Assignment, when we will see, we will accommodate you all, but for the future assignments, please be on time, especially when it is MCQ. It will take, I think, hardly 5-10 minutes when you are solving the MCQs. 15-16 have already solved that. So next two assignments, matlab total in 2 assignments are MCQ. So please be on time for next
Sure, sir.
future
Thank you so much,
assignments.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Any other doubt regarding any platform or anything?
No, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. And then in such case, all can leave and the meeting. I will be ending the meeting in next 2 minutes.